Gonna use momentum here on the second half. Oh yeah. Today we are back at our mountain test course with the new Toyota Tacoma TRD PRO. How well does it handle snow and ice? We're going to find out right now on Driving Sports TV. This is, of course, the 2024 and 2025 Toyota Tacoma TRD PRO. It is the most extreme off-road version you can buy of Toyota's very popular midsize pickup. It comes standard with body-mounted rock sliders, a rear locker, anti-sway bar disconnect, underbody protection, adjustable suspension, and of course it has the latest version of Toyota's multi-terrain select traction system. For the TRD PRO, the only powertrain is the new iForce Max hybrid system. This combines a 2.4-liter four-cylinder turbocharged engine with a 48-horsepower electric motor integrated into the 8-speed transmission for a total system output of 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque. Price of the Tacoma TRD PRO, as you see it here with a couple options, $65,869 US, including destination. Today we are going to see just how well this truck can handle snow and ice here at our mountain test course in central Washington state. This is the same snow test we've done recently with the Ford Ranger Raptor, the Toyota Land Cruiser 250, and the Tacoma TRD Off-Road editions. Is this TRD PRO better than all of those? Let's find out. Before we get started, let's get out and check the conditions, because I do believe they've changed since I was here last. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, it's very slushy today. Yeah. So that's a layer of ice. It's mostly slush, actually. Ice can be problematic because it can really wad up under the truck and cause it to high center. That's where all four wheels aren't touching the ground. We had that issue with the Ranger Raptor when we brought it out here last time. Definitely have to keep an eye on the ground clearance. This truck does have, 11.5 inches of ground clearance, which is more than the Ranger Raptor by almost an inch. Hopefully that's gonna be enough today. Now we're gonna start here with the easy Mainline. Depending on how that goes, we will escalate and try more challenging courses. Let's saddle up and get started. Whew, it's chilly. So the temperature is right now at 32 degrees according to the truck. Now temperatures are supposed to be going up, especially as this fog lifts. One of the great things about Toyota trucks is the inclusion of the multi-terrain select system on the off-road trims. This is an advanced brake vectoring system that'll use basically advanced traction control to shift power side to side. It's really good for conditions like this. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and start with MTS, and I'm going to pick deep snow, which is exclusive to the 4 high transfer case position. In 4 low, we actually get different options, none of which are snow, but that's okay. Again, not going to do anything with that yet. Let's just do 4 high, deep snow, see how it handles our initial climb in. Already, I can see there might be some issues here. Just going to keep momentum. Oh, it's fine until you hit ice, and then whoa, go south quick. I'm going to be sucked into the ditch here. Try this again. Okay, wow. This isn't easy, man. In fact, I think this is the hardest it has been so far. It's just, we've had a lot of freeze-thaw cycles, and it changes the surface conditions quite a lot. A little momentum to get through here. Oh boy, I don't like getting pushed to the edge there quite like that. Okay, we're gonna change things up just a little bit. I'm gonna take this more seriously, I think. Software traction control is all good and well, but I think we need a little bit more muscle. So let's go ahead and put it in neutral. I'm gonna go 4 low. And I don't want it to cut power in the back at all. So I'm going to go ahead and lock that rear diff, which is going to keep power equal between the two rear wheels. Now we're going to go into drive, and let's see what that does. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Whoa, holy, I am getting just shunted off this course. Like, why did I keep getting it sent to the side? Okay, let's try this again. Stay on the inside. You know, the ice and snow is just gonna do what it's gonna do, I guess. Wow. Okay, well, haven't even made it in yet. Already having not insignificant issues. So I think what we need to do here is we need to immediately air down. And we're going to address the elephant in the room, these tires. So this truck is as you get it off the showroom floor. That means that it comes with Goodyear, Wrangler, Territory, rugged terrain tires. These are a fairly mild all-terrain. Toyota always does that with their off-road trucks. They kind of put these really mild all-terrain tires on so you get better fuel economy. But the downside is that it does not have a 3-peak rating, so it's not rated for deep snow. It is mud and snow rated, the M+S. That doesn't honestly mean a lot. So to improve traction here, what we're going to do is air these down to about 15 PSI. That'll give us a little more squishiness, a bigger footprint, and should give us better grip. Okay, so they're all roughly around 14, 15 PSI. If you want valves like this, these are really cool. You just put them on and they go to the pressure you preset. I'll put a link down below in the description. But now let's see how much better this truck deals with this climb. Okay, so 4-low rear locker. Let's do MTS. We have auto, sand, mud, or rock. Let's do rock because I want the minimal amount of wheel spin. This way it'll catch the front wheels. If they start to spin on the ice, it'll catch them and shift power to the side that hopefully has some more grip. Okay, let's do this. See if this improves. I'm just going to try to keep slow and steady climb all the way up. Already feeling better, but is it going to be enough? Got a lot of grooves in the ice here. Oh boy. Oh yeah, so much better. Come on, come on, you gonna do this? It's keeping movement, it's keeping movement. Okay, I don't wanna dig down. I was keeping movement, but I don't wanna really rip this up because I wanna be able to make it all the way up. So, I'm gonna go back for a little bit more grip, hopefully. See if we can move here. Yeah, bounce through that. No problem. You can't really tell in the snow, but I actually have a drainage ditch on the inside here that I'm trying to avoid falling into. And then on the outside, obviously it's a drop off. So yeah, hazards all around. See if I can get through this without swinging around too much. Truck sounds great. Okay, I'm gonna use momentum here on the second half. Oh yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on, we're making progress, so I'm keeping the throttle in. Okay, made it up. Woo-hoo. Man, that was super sketchy. Oh boy. Let's flip this around and get set up for the next test. Obviously, you should have proper snow and ice tires in these conditions. However, a lot of people end up driving what they have. Yes, you might live in a place where it is snow and icy for half of the year, and clearly, if you live there, you probably have snow and mud tires. However, for the rest of the country who lives in moderate temperatures and might just happen to go over a mountain pass that has some snow and ice, this is what you would get. This is what this truck is capable of off the showroom floor. And that's what we're going to explore today. What are the limits of this setup? Now, I was here just a few days ago with my Ranger Raptor. I got it stuck right down there. And since then, it's actually iced or snowed or done something here, but the point being, there's actually like a couple more inches of the slush on top of the already compact snow and ice. And this stuff, yeah, this stuff can be tricky, especially when it's right about freezing right now, which is 32 degrees, 33 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, so that's why we had so much of an issue getting up into the main course. But this Mainline should be doable. But now let's take a look at the connector and see if we can get all the way to the lookout. This extra snow might be a problem. So I know that even with the substandard tires on this TRD Pro, I can play up and down this Mainline. This, however, this is the connector to the lookout. Here's the center ridge. That is really deep. That might be 1.5 feet of snow, and it's already pretty compact. So this might be a problem for ground clearance. Even though I was able to get towed off the hill from my neighbor when I was here a couple days ago, that was during New Year's break. Today, there's nobody around for miles. So I'm on my own today, that's for sure. Right, let's have some fun. Whew. It's chilly out, that fog, it's cold. So we're in 4-low, rear diff locked. Let's go ahead and do the initial trail up the main line with these settings. And then after that, we will have cleared the trail a little bit and then we can play some more. So let's see, drive, 4-low, rear diff, MTS. Let's keep it in rock mode because that actually worked pretty good. And we're doing MTS in lieu of a front locker because this truck doesn't have a front locker. You can't even get it with one. That is one nice thing about the Ranger Raptor, which does cost about $8,000 less than this truck, is that you can get it. It comes actually with a front locker right from the factory, which is nice. Also has nicer KO3 tires. Yeah, whenever I drive this, I'm like, this is a great truck, but it's expensive. Frankly, I think too expensive. Anyway, let's do the main line. Let's do that. Off we go. It's going to keep throttle, keep some momentum, flick it a little bit here, have a little bit of fun, but try to stay on the tracks. Whoa, come on, you got this. Oh man, the sounds are amazing. Yes. And we got all the way up. If you watched the video that I shot of the Tacoma TRD off-road, you will remember there is a limitation of the rear locker and that it can only be engaged in 4-low, which is kind of annoying. Now let's go back down and set up for another run. Man, this is deep stuff. We are sliding that belly. Okay. But, you know, airing down the tires is giving us the grip that we need. This is doable. Now, would I drive with these tires on an ice-covered highway? No. Nothing short of studs will help you in that situation. So I think that run was kind of the conservative run. 4-low, rear locker, that's kind of a traditional thing to do in challenging conditions like this. But this time, I'm going to do the alternative version, which is we're going to go into 4 high and we're going to do sand. Oh, I got to turn off that locker. It won't even let me switch modes until I turn off that locker. Got to roll forward. Sometimes you got to roll forward for these things. There we go. Okay, locker is cleared. Go to 4 high, switch into neutral. Okay, now we're 4 high, drive, and we're going to do MTS sand. And let's see if we can get up this main line with a little bit of fun. And let's do it. Floor it. Now it is cutting power because it's detecting a lot of slip, but sand does allow for a significant amount of wheel spin, which you're probably seeing on the outside right now. Whoa, so deep. I couldn't quite get that back to swing around. That was fun. It's a lot of work though. Wow. Okay, we're gonna do one more mode, I think, here, and then we're gonna see if we can do that connector. I'm feeling pretty good about the connector right now. Yeah, this is what happens. I'm trying to stay off the hole, but it looks like I'm just getting sucked right into my wheel marks. That's pretty typical. This is an amazing truck. It really is. It's just that price. It is priced so much more than the Ranger Raptor, which for most of what the Ranger Raptor offers is a much better deal. Now, I did run into that power cut issue when doing a steep climb over here with it. And basically, when full throttle, trying to get up a very steep incline, it just cut power and I rolled back. That's not cool. The traction control systems in the Toyota are better, and that's just something Toyota has always been really good at. Their traction systems are second to none. Okay, we've had fun going up and down the main line. I'm gonna go check out that connector and see if it's something we can do. If not, I got one more thing planned. Oh, deep stuff. Deep stuff. Come on, you got this. You got this. Yes. Let's just see. And because this is a ridge road, I have no choice but to take the tracks. So let's see how much snow is packed under this thing right now. Oof. That's deep. We're plowing. So this isn't gonna work. Let's go to plan B. It was compacting pretty good there, and as soon as I go down into the ridge road, it would just pile up underneath and basically lift the vehicle up until the wheels weren't touching. So I could tell that was going to be a problem. I am very impressed with this truck in these conditions. Obviously, the biggest problem are the tires. But if you put some good, some good 3-peak rated tires, it would probably do amazing on this stuff. As usual, Toyota cheaping out on the tires. So you're already spending nearly 70 grand on this truck, and then on top of that, you kind of need to spend another couple thousand on decent tires. Man, that's a big ask. You know, this hill here is a great opportunity to try the hill descent control system. And I'm not talking about crawl control. There's actually another system called DAC, which is just brakes. It doesn't use power. For high, DAC crawl, and then I can use the knob here to adjust my speed. And we're going to, this is super icy, so let's start small and then we'll go big. There we go. Start the roll, turn DAC all the way down. So that's our slowest speed right here. And what's it going to be doing is using individual wheel brakes to keep us tracking true. And I can actually see on the gauge cluster here, the traction light is flashing like mad. So it's doing lots of work on all 4 corners to keep us tracking straight. Now the difference between this and just putting my foot on the brake, this is applying brakes on all 4 corners at different times, whereas if I put my foot on, it'll first apply the brakes and then remove them from individual wheels as it detects slip. So this is kind of a more proactive system for super slippery downhill conditions. No problem at all. Nice. So now we're going to go over to our other hill here and see if we can make the run all the way to the top. Now I have not taken a truck up there for, it's been a couple weeks, so there might be too much snow, but we'll see. The nice thing is that it's uphill, so if I do get stuck, I should be able to roll backwards out of it using gravity. I hope. Okay, and then with DAC, I just add throttle, we roll out of it. I can also hit the button there to deactivate. Okay, so keeping online is a little vague, but it's doing a good job. I actually really like the feel of the steering wheel. It feels really good. And of course, the suspension is excellent. The only thing I don't like about the suspension in this truck is that it requires manual adjustments You can't just hit a button here on the steering wheel like you can on a Raptor. Instead, you have to go under the truck and move dials, which is annoying. Okay, there we are, flipped around. Let's see if we can get up this climb. Or was this a really, really, really bad decision? We're scraping a little, but I'm feeling good. So the question here, can we make the 200-foot climb? I want this to be as successful as possible, so I'm gonna go into 4 low. And for this run, I'm not gonna engage the rear locker. Instead, I'm just gonna use MTS Rock, which is gonna have the most aggressive wheel braking and should provide the best software functionality of a locker that we can get. Drive, go. It will cut power. I'm aware of this. Using the rock mode because it really doesn't want to have much wheel spin. If it becomes too intrusive, we'll disengage traction control or go to a less aggressive MTS setting. Let's do this, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Can we do it? Keep that momentum, keep that wheel speed, keep that spin. We're definitely scraping our belly a lot. Is it too much? So the downside of too much power, by the way, is if you have too much power, you're gonna get yourself into bigger pickles. That's how these systems work. Also, it is telling me that there's a system malfunction. Yes, it's a parking related one, just like I had on the TRD off-road. So let's go ahead and dive into the menus and turn that off. I would love it if they just had a shut everything off option. Unfortunately, they don't. Settings, oh, there's parking. Let's turn those off because those are giving me error. And blind spot monitoring, we'll go ahead and turn that off because I don't need it. Whew, it's a lot of offing. Okay, let's see if we can do any better now without any systems interfering. Okay, and brake trail, take 2. Can it do it? That's a lot of ice under the nose. Just keep that momentum going. Don't fall off the cliff. Ooh, we got a drift here. We're in a drift. Okay, let's brake it before we get too stuck. Pack too much snow and ice underneath and it becomes a huge problem. Oh man, we have a Toyota shaped underbelly in the middle of the snow there. Drive. Now I'm going to go ahead and engage my rear locker and see if we're going to have a little bit better of a time with that. And here we go. Still have that drift. Oh, you know, you can feel it when you start skating. Yeah, let's not do that. And you start digging. Guess what? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I don't want this to become a huge problem. So what are we going to do here first? How much snow am I in? I got some wheel troughing. Now, if I struggle more here, I'm going to create more of a problem. But I think what I could do, let's try crawl control and see if this will fix our pickle. Huh. Let's shut this off and restart it. As soon as it had those parking errors, then everything else kind of errored with it. I had this exact same problem with the TRD off-road, and as soon as I left the course and drove for like 2 miles, it cleared itself up. It was fine. It won't let me enable features once it triggered the error with those parking sensors. That's just weird. Okay, well, let's see if we can rock our way out of this gently. So we're in 4 low. I'm gonna go MTS. I don't want to dig because that'll be problematic here because I know I need to be on top of the snow. So I'm going into rock and let's just see if we get any wheel spin here. No, we're not even. I think we're up on top of the ice. Yeah, wheels are spinning and there's nothing. So before I cause more of a problem, let's go ahead and get our traction boards out and see if we can fix this problem. Let's take a look. So, yep, it's that same problem I had with the Raptor. You do run out of clearance eventually. Okay, good. So we're not going to dig down this time though. I struggled too much with the Raptor before I gave in. Sometimes it's better to give in immediately and then you can still save yourself. You see how tall this ice ridge is? It ain't moving. Reverse. Nope. Shovel time. Grab those boards. Yeah, there we go. I think I'm just going to keep driving until I get to some lower snow. Nice. Woo. Let's not get stuck again. Woo, there we go. So, traction boards and shovel with a little bit of a tilt, that's nice. My mistake, it's the same mistake that I made with Ranger Raptor, is once I started to get resistance, instead of saying, hey, maybe I should take a look at how much snow is packing under the truck, instead I put on the rear locker and just gunned it. And that, of course, just shovels snow under the truck, and that is a problem. So, right, this Tacoma TRD Pro, I actually really like this truck. The traction control systems are the best. Now, I keep getting this error message when I'm in deep snow. The parking sensors basically air out, and then it doesn't let me use hill descent control or crawl control. Apparently those are tied into the parking sensors for some reason. I don't get that. I'll send an email to Toyota and see what's up. Now, I would say that, deactivating crawl control, that's not really a safety concern. Because crawl is just like an added tool. It's not, cutting power and making your truck roll backwards like the Ranger Raptor did. But I still like this truck. It makes good noises. It looks amazing. It looks very unique too, which is cool in this day and age. And I just love the whole design. I mean, we have this really easy to access cell phone slot that also charges the phone. The steering wheel feels great. The little grips, I mean, just everything about this is really cool. Don't love the huge 14-inch display. That's not my thing, especially because they don't use it very well. I need more info here, not bigger info. I want more info. I want them to take the Rivian multi-informational display and stick it right there. But no luck. Oh, and then the tires. These tires just aren't very good, straight up. They're not my favorite. So if you do buy this truck, already budget in a couple grand to buy some real tires like KO3s, Wild Peak AT4Ws. One of those tires would definitely be a better choice. Cool. Well, that was an adventure. Be sure to like, subscribe, share our videos. We make them for you. I hope you enjoy them. We got a ton more videos like this. If you look at our catalog on YouTube, we got a whole lot of videos like this. So check those out if you haven't seen them. Thanks again for watching.